Welcome to the AM News. Details now. Now, the Northern Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party is asking people of the Tamale South constituency to vote for the parliamentary candidate, assuring that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has designated the Deputy Minister for Local Government for Alhaji Fusi if he wins the December polls. He said, unlike the NDC, which does not have the people of the Northern region at heart and removed two key persons from the positions in Parliament, the NPP would rather fix people of the area in these key positions. Mohammed Bantima Samba said this at a rally to climax a health walk and to launch the NPP Tamale South constituency campaign.
The health walk brought together constituents from the east, north, south and west of the Tamale South constituency to rally support for the parliamentary candidate. The exercise was also to launch the candidate's campaign. Speaking at the campaign launch, the Northern Regional Chairman of the NPP, Mohammed Bantima Samba, said the people of the area have been neglected for long, therefore the need for a change of candidate.
The Tamale South constituency has several challenges not attended to. What is the MP doing in Parliament for almost 20 years? The area is neglected to a point there is no potable drinking water for the people, but he doesn't seem to care. Vote him out and bring in Musa Fuseni and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They care for you.
The NPP parliamentary candidate, Alhaji Fuseni Musa, outlined some development projects he said he's brought to the area.
How many people has the MP empowered with jobs in this constituency in his 20-year stay in Parliament? You are not developing the area. You are not also providing jobs for the youth. So why are you in Parliament? As the parliamentary candidate, I have provided jobs for people, provided water for people, and I will do more when I become the MP for the Tamale South constituency. Vote number 1 on the ballot paper. Vote for Musa Fuseni and vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
The National Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, said the current MP has taken the people of the area for granted.
He was a minister, two-time minister. He has been changed. He has become a majority leader. Ask yourself, Tamale South has no astroturf. Ask yourself, what kind of development is he doing here? The roads you see in Tamale South is being done by our government. He himself as a person, apart from the common fund that he receives, Haruna has no personal initiatives as to what he do in terms of developmental projects. But this is what we are all looking at, because he has taken the Tamale South NDC people for granted. It's an insult to the good people of Tamale South. He said that he's going to sit in Accra and they will give him the seat. That's why our candidate is telling him he will sit in Accra. They should give Fusi to him so that he will come home, because he absolutely does nothing. It's an insult to the people. It's about time they understand that Haruna Idrisu doesn't mean well for them.
Now, as the country heads to the polls next month, traditional women leaders and queen mothers in the Upper West region are demanding that at least 30% of appointments to political positions, local governance and other decision-making bodies include women from rural communities as enshrined in the Affirmative Action Law. Reading a communique at the end of a day's workshop in Wa, the Upper West Regional President of the Queen Mothers Association, Hala Kura Liman, also called for equitable access to education for girls in rural and underserved areas, addressing barriers such as distance, cultural norms, and financial constraints.
Upper West Regional President of the Queen Mothers Association, Hala Kura Hazaratul Liman, averred that the Affirmative Action Law represents a powerful framework to ensure that women in rural communities have equitable access to opportunities and representation in leadership, governance, education, healthcare, and economic development.
It has given us a basis for demanding accountability from the implementation agents and our leaders. For rural communities like ours, the effective implementation of this law will serve as a bridge to break the circle of poverty and socio-political exclusion that has impeded progress.
As the Kentro heads to the polls next month, they urge presidential candidates of the various political parties to recognize the specific needs of underrepresented regions in the country, such as the Upper West region. The Upper West traditional women leaders made the following demands.
We call upon each candidate to make a public and unwavering commitment to advancing the affirmative action law in accordance with the systematic and progressive targets for gender representation and resources, as set out in the first schedule of the Act 1121. We demand at least 35% representation of women, particularly from rural communities in political appointments, local governance, and other decision-making bodies by the end of the 2028 in accordance with the targets set by the Affirmative Action Law.
Their next demand was on education, economy, and healthcare.
We demand policies that ensure equitable access to quality education for girls in rural and underserved areas, addressing barriers such as distance, cultural norms, and financial constraints. 2. Economic empowerment. We demand support for initiatives that provide rural women with access to financial resources. We demand prioritization of rural healthcare system to improve access to maternal health services, family planning, and preventive care for women in under-resourced areas.
The one-day workshop was organized by Center for Indigenous Knowledge and Organizational Development, CICOD. Daniel Banoku is its Deputy Executive Director.
The purpose of this workshop is to find out what opportunities does the law present us to ensure that we continue to work towards the empowerment of women, work towards the participation of women in governance and decision-making processes, work towards the involvement of women in entrepreneurship and business development in the economy, work towards important decisions that have to be taken by the country Ghana that affects the majority of the people who are what? Women.
Reporting for the News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Deputy Majority Leader in Parliament, Patricia PJ, says the government is committed to revamping Ghana's educational sector as it works to resolve challenges associated with the implementation of the free senior high school policy. The Asokwa MP reiterated the government's focus on equitable access to quality education for all pre-tertiary students in Ghana and the restoration of all emoluments due to the teaching staff. She was speaking at the annual Speech and Prize Giving Day of the St. Monica Senior High School in Asante Mampong. There's more in this report.
With over 2,000 students, the St. Monica's SHS is one of the many senior high schools across the country where students from diverse backgrounds have enjoyed the government's free SHS policy. In the last 7 years of its enrollment, official data reveal over 3 million students across the country have benefited from the program. Speaking at this year's Speech and Prize Giving Day of the school, Deputy Leader of the NPP caucus in Parliament, Patricia PJ, said the government is focused on advancing the quality of education. The Asokwa MP represented the wife of the Vice President, Samira Baumia, as guest speaker.
That is why the government remains focused on its vision of ensuring that quality education becomes accessible to all our children, irrespective of their social or financial circumstances. It is for this reason that the government launch the free senior high school policy to ensure that all our children get access to education, at least up to the secondary level. 7 years on, the story of the policy is that of a success, as emerging challenges associated with it, with the implementation, are being addressed.
Despite the school's strive to be a pillar of academic excellence in the Ashanti region, it is handicapped by some infrastructural deficits, including a modern assembly hall. Headmistress of the school, Dr. Cynthia Asamoah-Jima, explains the school has had to make do with a dining hall for such meetings.
In spite of the numerous great achievements by the school, our greatest challenges are lack of an assembly hall complex to accommodate the over 3,500 students and 265 staff members during the official gathering, and minibus to convey a smaller number of students and staff to official programs outside the school. The approval for modern assembly hall complex is very urgent because we still use our dining hall for all official gatherings. This creates a lot of inconveniences for students and staff.
The 78th Speech and Prize-Giving Day of the St. Monica's SHS Asante Mampong was on the theme, A Healthy Mind in a Healthy Body. Elaborating on the theme, Dr. Phyllis Tewia of the KNUST School of Medicine emphasized on maintaining a healthy mind for a holistic education and academic success.
Our theme for this year's anniversary celebration, A Healthy Mind Lives in a Healthy Body, could also be stated as a healthy body is a prerequisite for one to enjoy a healthy mind. You cannot be at peace if you are not well, or if you do not have the right body. One needs a healthy mind to optimize and maintain the health of the body. And so I will say that when you work on the body and the mind together, you experience exponential benefits in both areas.
For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
In other stories, stakeholders in the health and environmental sectors have been urged to adopt the One Health approach to address the challenges affecting people, animals, and the environment. Speaking at the 2024 International One Health Day celebration in Cape Coast, Dr. Agnes Echiama-Anane, the Acting Regional Director of Health for the Central Region, highlighted the importance of collaboration among various sectors to effectively tackle these issues. We'll tell you more in this report.
As Ghana navigates a complex landscape of health and environmental challenges, the concept of One Health is increasingly gaining traction. Ghana's recent One Health initiative underscores the importance of collaboration across the various sectors to protect both public health and the environment. This year's One Health Day was on the theme, My Health, My Right. Acting Regional Director of Health in the Central Region, Dr. Agnes Echiama-Anane, call for collaborative approach to tackle the health and environmental issues.
In the last years, Ghana has reported outbreaks of cholera, dengue, monkeypox, avian influenza in humans, just to mention a few. And these highlight the need to have a strong collaboration between the human, animal, and environmental health sector under the One Health concept. The One Health in Ghana, even though it seems to be working in the absence of One Health policy, has been a stumbling block, and I entreat all members to support the efforts of finalizing this document. Prof. Chair, this year's theme of My Health, My Rights underpins the fundamental values of ensuring that everyone has access to health care and live in a healthy environment, and I call on all gathered here to embrace this message.
Professor Desmond Omani, Dean of School of Allied Health, University of Cape Coast, underscored the importance of prioritizing the One Health project.
As a researcher in health, I stand committed to supporting efforts that prioritize One Health approach, working with all stakeholders to ensure that every Ghanaian can realize their right to health. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look ahead, let us recommit to the principles of One Health. Let us be relentless in our pursuit of research and policies that enhance health of our communities, animals, and ecosystem. The challenges may be complex, but with collective effort, we can overcome them. Our health and the health of future generations depends on the actions we take today.
Dr. Mrs. Benita Anderson, representative of the Chief Veterinary Officer, emphasized the importance for the collaboration.
One Health approach encourages collaboration across veterinary, medical, and environmental sectors to address health challenges collectively. This collaboration is essential not only for preventing zoonotic diseases, but also for ensuring food safety, environmental sustainability, and public health. Veterinary service in Ghana is central to achieving these goals. Our efforts extend beyond caring for individual animals, impacting communities, economies, and ecosystems. In collaboration with health sectors, we address zoonotic disease risk whilst protecting both animal welfare and the environment. As we look forward, our commitment to One Health demands increased investment in veterinary public health, investment into research, and also into education.
On his part, Mr. Godfrey Xavier Azaglo called on all sectors to join in promoting a One Health project in Ghana.
Today, I call upon all stakeholders, government bodies, private sector partners, government, non-governmental organizations, and communities to join hands in this vital endeavor. Together, we create a future where health is a right enjoyed by all, our environment is protected for generations to come. Let us celebrate International One Health Day with a renewed commitment to safeguarding our health and rights.
Over 400,000 young entrepreneurs across Ghana have received a financial boost through a government job creation initiative dubbed Ghana Skills and Job Initiative. It is backed by the World Bank, which is disbursing 51.9 million Ghana cedis in grants to boost small-scale businesses. Adobe Asari engaged Salome Anyata, a beneficiary who is hopeful with the funding. She will overcome challenges, secure essential tools, and grow her business. Here's the report.
Salome, a hairdresser and one of the grant recipients, shares her story of resilience. She explained that before receiving the grant, she nearly had to lay off one of her workers due to financial struggles. Now, with the new support, Salome plans to invest in machinery and products that will keep her business running and her employees secure.
My name is Anyata Salome, and I'm a hairdresser by profession. I'm doing it in Northeast region now, Lirgo, and I've been in it for almost 11 years now with 2 workers. The challenges there is the products there is costly, and this our work when we talk about hairdressing is about products. So there was a time the products was not there for me to help myself so that the work can move on. So I decided to maybe take some of them off, one of them off. I've gotten 11,000. This money can, I think it will buy me most of the products, hair, and then these machines that I can be using to dry people's hair, and then it will help me a lot in my shop.
She also took the opportunity to address criticisms that the grants were awarded on partisan basis.
It was not just for you to come and go. They will give you exercise for you to go and then bring, so that they will know, they will see how you have been learning. So some people couldn't pass through the exams. It was exams that we were doing, yes. So the few of us who was able to pass, it is we that they are giving the grant. Even my hometown, I heard a news, they are saying that they've selected some people that they should go to Accra. This one is not about selection. The forms were there for everybody. We all fill the forms, and then they call all of us, and then those who were serious that has gotten to this point. It is not like they've selected some people, they hate some and they love some, no.
The Chief of Staff, Frema Opare, emphasized that investing in the youth is an essential investment in Ghana's long-term growth.
Today, we celebrate not only the vision and commitment of the government's agenda towards job creation and prosperity, but also your potential and the opportunities that lie ahead of you all. Over 4,000 young people who have undergone training in entrepreneurship will now receive grants today. By investing in our young people, we are ultimately investing in the future of Ghana.
This grant program represents the government's commitment to empowering Ghana's youth and fostering sustainable entrepreneurship.
Coming up next is Business Update with Benjamin Akapu.
Time now for business, and the Bank of Ghana has suspended the foreign exchange trading license of Consolidated Bank Ghana with effect from the 26th day of November 2024. There is more in this report.
The Bank of Ghana in a statement maintained that the action will last for a month, starting off November 26, 2024. The development should mean that Consolidated Bank Ghana will not be able to undertake foreign exchange transactions during this period because they've been suspended by the regulator. According to the Bank of Ghana, it took the action as a result of a number of breaches of the foreign exchange market regulations, which have all come to the attention of the Bank of Ghana. It adds that the license will be restored at the end of the one-month suspension period once the Bank of Ghana is satisfied that Consolidated Bank Ghana has put in place effective controls to ensure strict adherence to the foreign exchange market regulations.
Now, economist Professor William Bambwating has called for the strict enforcement of sustainable ways of mining in the country to boost the sector's contribution to the economy. Mining firms paid more than 11 billion Ghana cedis in taxes and royalties to government last year, as new data reveals their significant contribution to the economy. Reacting to the development, Professor Bambwating maintained the sector could have done better in terms of its contribution to the economy.
Mining sector could have done better. And if you put the numbers there, we did not account for the smuggling, the kind of galamsey that do not come in as part of. When I say galamsey, I'm not talking about small-scale mines that are conducted illegally. I'm talking about galamsey that are done illegally, and the proceeds are smuggled out, or those who get the gold are smuggled. It is not captured there. So if we are able to do mining and do it well, do it the way it must be done, do it sustainably, I think the figure that we are quoting now will be far, far more than what we are having. Well, what was returned to Bank of Ghana, I think there has been some improvement. Some of us have spoken about the fact that the retention of export receipts in Ghana in the past have been very low. So you have mining companies retaining a chunk of their proceeds outside. I think the Bank of Ghana might have done something better these days. That is why we are having over 70%.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is our business update for you this morning. Handing over back to Sweetie Abuji.
Thank you, Ben. And that ends it for the AM News Bulletin on the AM Show. You want to stay with us, Dr. Kwame Asasante, the head for the Center for European Studies at the University of Ghana, joins us to review the newspapers. We're back in a bit.